In this video, we're going to talk about one of Earth's most ancient and fascinating creatures, the turtle. We're going to dive right under that iconic shell to uncover their surprising biology, their incredible life cycles, and even their complex social lives. Okay, let's dive into this. Alright, first up, let's get the basics down. What truly makes a turtle a turtle? Well, for starters, they're reptiles, but they're in their own special group called Testudines, and they've been hanging around for over 200 million years. And of course, their most defining feature is that incredible shell. What's absolutely crazy is that their basic design has barely changed. I mean, these guys are living links to the age of dinosaurs. And that shell? It's not just some armor they carry around. It's literally part of their skeleton, made of over 50 bones all fused together. Oh, and instead of teeth, they've got this super sharp beak-like mouth. So now that we know what a turtle is, let's check out their incredible journey through life. And you've got to start with just how long they live. Seriously, it's kind of hard to wrap your head around, but some turtles live longer than any human. The oldest known giant tortoise, a guy named Jonathan, lived to be over 190 years old. Think about that. He was born before the telephone was even invented. Just wow. And while they live these super long lives, their whole survival strategy is really a numbers game. To give their babies a fighting chance, a sea turtle can lay up to 180 eggs in just one nest, which is called a clutch. So, what do they eat to fuel these long lives? Well, it really depends on the turtle. Most of the ones you see in the water are omnivores, bellied insects, fish, plants, you name it. Tortoises, on the other hand, the land-based guys, are strict vegetarians. And then you have the snapping turtles, who are pretty serious carnivores. Okay, so that's what they eat. But how do they live? With each other? This brings us to a really common question, a myth, really. Are these creatures just solitary wanderers? You know, we have this picture in our heads of a turtle just kind of doing its own thing, moving slowly through the world all by itself, but is that actually true? The answer is, well, it's complicated. Some tortoises, yeah, they are pretty solitary and will get aggressive if you enter their territory. But a lot of other turtles actually show some surprising social behavior. Sea turtles, for example, will hang out together in deep water to rest, and they've even been seen cleaning each other. In fact, recent research shows some turtles actually form social structures with leaders and followers. This quote from a study just a few years ago points out that even young turtles can create a real social hierarchy. So yeah, that totally challenges the whole loner idea. But having a social life doesn't mean you're totally safe, and it turns out having a shell isn't a perfect get-out-of-jail-free card either. I mean, from the absolute moment they hatch, turtles are on the menu for a lot of animals. Raccoons and crabs will dig up their nests. Birds of prey hunt them from the sky. And in the ocean, even the biggest turtles have to watch out for things like tiger sharks and killer whales. It's a tough world out there. So, with all of these natural threats, not to mention pressure from humans, how are turtles actually doing on a global scale? Turtles are everywhere, on every single continent except Antarctica. They're in oceans, rivers, deserts, you name it. But their conservation status is a huge red flag. If we just look at sea turtles, the numbers are pretty shocking. A staggering 43% are considered critically endangered. That tells you a lot about the health of our oceans. Alright, to really appreciate these animals, let's wrap this up with some mind-blowing facts that just show how incredible turtles really are. Get this, turtles are master navigators. Sea turtles can actually sense the Earth's magnetic field. They use it like a built-in GPS to travel thousands of miles and then find their way back to the exact same beach where they were born. How cool is that? For a lot of turtles, their gender isn't decided by genes when they're conceived. Nope, it's all about the temperature of the nest. Warmer nests mean more females, and you can probably guess why that's becoming a pretty big problem with our climate getting warmer. You and I don't see the world the way a turtle does. They have amazing color vision, and they can even see ultraviolet light. That means they see all sorts of patterns on plants and other animals that are completely invisible to us. And that shell? You might think it's just a dead piece of armor, like a helmet. It's not. It has nerve endings. That means turtles can feel touches and pressure right through their shell. It's a sensory organ, not just a shield. And for the final fact, this one might be the most surprising of all. Turtles were among the very first living things to go into deep space. Yeah, for real. Back in 1968, the Soviet Union sent 2 tortoises on a trip around the moon, and they made it back home safe and sound. true space pioneers. All right, that is it for this video, everyone. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next video.